All right, let's talk about starting your very own freelance business. Today, we're going to break down a super simple blueprint to actually make that happen. And you want to know the best part? It's absolutely perfect for beginners. You really don't need to be a tech wizard, and the potential to earn is legit. So let's dive right in.
So, does this question sound familiar? It's the biggest wall most people hit. You've got the desire, you see other people making it work online, but that very first step, it can feel completely overwhelming. Well, consider this your roadmap. We're going to clear all that fog away.
And this right here, this is the single most important mental shift you need to make. We've all been trained to think about resumes and job applications. Let's just put that aside for a second. The entire world of freelancing boils down to this one simple truth: having a service that solves a problem for someone who is happy to pay you for it. It really is that straightforward.
Which brings us right to step one. You have to start with a service. And the key word here, the most important word, is focus. Instead of trying to be a jack of all trades and master of none, we're going to pick one single path and get really good at it.
So, what are some good starting points? Here are 4 high-demand, super beginner-friendly options. We're talking about managing social media, writing blog posts, or making simple graphics with Canva. These are skills that businesses are desperate for right now. But the most critical piece of advice is right there in bold at the bottom. Pick one. Just one. You can always add more skills later, but focusing on one keeps you from getting overwhelmed and helps you look like an expert way faster.
Okay, once you've picked your service, you need to frame it as an offer. Check out the example. See the difference? You're not just saying, I make social media posts. No, you're saying, I help small businesses grow. You're selling the outcome, the result. You're selling the amazing vacation, not the boring plane ticket. That's what gets a client's attention.
And if you're feeling a little nervous about learning this stuff, don't be. You can seriously learn the basics of these skills in about a week or 2. But here's the amazing part, and what I love about this. Every single tool listed here is free to get started. The barrier to entry, the cost to start, it's practically zero.
Okay, so you've got your service, you've got your free tools. Now it's time to actually build your shop. It's time to package this whole thing up into a real business that people can buy from. You know what clients love? Clarity. And nothing is clearer than a simple menu of options, just like at a restaurant. Creating 3 packages like this, a basic, a standard, and a premium, makes the buying decision so incredibly easy for them. They see exactly what they get, which gets rid of any confusion and makes it way easier for you to close the deal.
So, where do you set up this online shop? Well, you've got 2 main options. Freelance platforms like Fiverr are like opening a booth in a massive, busy market. The customers are already walking around. But using social media, like a Facebook page, is like building your own boutique store. It takes a little more effort to build your brand, but you have total control. You know what the smartest move is? You do both.
Okay, let's talk about that classic problem every freelancer faces. How do I get clients if I don't have a portfolio? And how do I get a portfolio if I don't have clients? Well, here's the answer. You break the cycle. You don't wait for anyone's permission. You just start creating sample work on your own.
Hey, it's so much simpler than it sounds. You can literally just make things up. Create 5 Facebook posts for a fictional coffee shop. Write a couple of blog articles for a pretend travel company. And you have to remember the most important point here. Clients just want to see if you can do the work. They care about the quality, not whether you got paid for it by a real client.
All right, your shop is built, your portfolio is ready. Now, for the part we've all been waiting for. It's time to get your very first paying client. Let's look at 3 strategies that flat out work.
So here are the 3 methods. First, we're going to use Facebook groups to find where the clients are already hanging out. Second, we'll go directly to them with a simple messaging strategy. And third, if you're on a platform like Fiverr, we're going to make your profile so attractive that you stand out from everyone else.
First up, Facebook groups. The whole strategy is to find groups where your ideal clients, like small business owners, are already gathered. Then you just post a simple, helpful message like this one. The magic words here are free sample. Why? Because it completely removes any risk for them, and it shows you're confident in your skills. It's not salesy, it's helpful.
Strategy number 2 is all about direct outreach. You find business pages that you know you could improve, and you send them a polite, personalized message. The reason this works so well is that you're showing you've actually looked at their page, you're giving them a compliment, and then you're offering pure value with that zero-risk free sample. It's really hard for them to say no to that.
You know, getting that first client is an absolutely incredible feeling. But we're not aiming to just stop at one gig.
The real goal here is to build a sustainable business. So let's talk about how to grow.
Your income journey will probably look a lot like this. You start with small projects, maybe for just 20 bucks, to get those first reviews and build up your confidence. Then, once you have that proof, you level up. You increase your prices and start offering bigger packages. And the ultimate goal? Landing those retainer clients who pay you a predictable income every single month.
Now, for those of you who want to take this to the next level, think about this double income system. You keep doing your client work, that's your active income, but you also start building your own asset, like a personal blog, where you can earn passive income from things like affiliate marketing. This is how you really start to scale and build wealth.
Wow, okay, we've covered so much, but all this information is pretty useless if you don't take action, right? So let's put it all together into a dead simple 30-day plan to take you from zero to your first client. Before we look at the plan, we have to lock in the right mindset. The column on the left, that's where most people fail. They try to learn everything at once. They wait for the perfect time, and they never actually launch. We are not doing that. We're focusing on the right column. Action is better than perfection. All you need is consistency and small, daily actions. That's the real secret. And here is the roadmap. It's broken down week by week, making it so easy to follow. Week 1, you learn. Week 2, you build. Week 3 is all about outreach. And by week 4, the goal is to land that client, do an amazing job, and get a great review. This isn't just a dream. It's a clear, achievable plan.
And there you have it, the complete blueprint from start to finish. The time for learning and thinking about it is over. Your freelance business literally starts the moment this explainer ends. So the only question I have for you is, what is your first action going to be?